Joe Hopkins here, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about why you, yes, you, should learn to play an instrument. Now, honestly, if you're watching my channel, you probably play guitar, because I do a lot of stuff about guitars. It's kind of my thing. And beer. Do a lot of videos about beer, or when I'm drinking beer, or whatever. I like to drink beer and make videos. But why should you learn an instrument? Why is it important that you learn an instrument? We all like music, right? Everybody does. Everybody listens to music. But the thing is, music becomes a lot better when you participate. When you actually learn some songs, and you don't have to be good. You really don't. Learn a couple chords on a guitar or a piano or a banjo or even a ukulele. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Learn a couple of chords, get a chord book, look up some songs. You can find sites on YouTube, or not on YouTube, what am I thinking? On whatever, Google it, online, on the internet. I always think of YouTube. But you can find sites on the internet that give you the lyrics with chords, right? And you can play and sing some songs. And then you kind of hear the song differently. When you sing it, you actually pay attention to the lyrics a little more. And you live it a little bit more. And participating in music really makes it different. It makes music feel more alive to a person. And we live in a rather hard, cold world. And things can be difficult at times. And I've found in my life, playing songs, playing music has really picked me up at times, given me context to life, shown me what it is to live, I can sing the songs I like, and I found as I learned more, I liked songs that I didn't like before. There are a lot of songs that maybe you don't like that much, that you start playing songs and you like them more. You start to appreciate the lyrics. You start to think about it differently. You start to see those songs in a different light. And when you play them, you get the idea, oh, okay, that's where they're coming from. And then it makes a little more sense. It opens up a lot of other music to you. All of a sudden, the more you play, the more you learn, the more you appreciate the music around you, what's been written, what's been played, what's been done. And honestly, for me, a lot of the best moments of my life have been surrounded with the music that I play, If you're young, you have a lot of time on your hands, right? Let's face it, man, most of us up all the way through high school have a lot of time on our hands. Unless you live on a farm and you got a lot of chores to do, you're sitting around a lot. And it's an opportunity to do something. And playing music is fun. It really is. I would say the best instrument for any young person to pick up would be the guitar, because it's portable. It's fun to play, and everybody likes it, I mean, you can play at parties. I used to. You can pick it up wherever you are. You can join a band, all that kind of stuff. Number two, I'd say, would be any keyboard instrument. Learn the piano. And the main reason for that is so much of music production is done with MIDI. If you can play a piano, you can do so much on a computer. Because you buy a MIDI keyboard, it plugs right in. I wish I'd learned the piano along with the guitar. But definitely the guitar is, at least in our modern culture, the go-to instrument. I'd say the banjo is a great instrument, but I don't know. People make fun of the banjo for some reason. I like the banjo. I personally think it's really awesome. It's portable like the guitar. It's got a really cool sound to it. And it, in a lot of ways, is easier to play. It's easier to learn. It can be a lot of fun. The ukulele is a lot of fun. Pick up the ukulele. It's like a little baby guitar, It's a lot of fun. The mandolin is great. Any instrument really is worth learning. I mean, everybody's taught a little bit of music in their lives. When I was in elementary school, I don't know if it's like this now. They would hand out those cheap plastic recorders and have you learn a little bit on those. You learn to play like Three Blind Mice and Frere Jacques and little tunes like that. And most people, it doesn't make much of an impression. But I really liked it. I liked the recorder. I don't still play the recorder. I bought my kid one and I tried it again and I'm crap, right? But I thought it was cool. I went on to play in the school concert band. I played baritone horn and then later trombone and tuba and trumpet and a little bit of everything. I wanted to play the saxophone or even the clarinet because the clarinet's a good introduction to the saxophone. But, what can I say? My dad had a friend that gave us a baritone horn, so that's what I played. I became a low brass guy. But, it was fun. I have a lot of good memories of all that stuff. And when I started playing the guitar, I loved the guitar. That became my whole world for a while, was just learning songs, playing them and singing them to myself and to other people. And it can be a wonderful thing for other people to do too. I would recommend everybody should at least learn a little bit of some instrument or other. And don't go thinking you have to be that great at it. You really don't, man. For a number of years, my wife and I toured around playing folk music, gospel and folk and some country stuff and that kind of stuff. My wife wrote a lot of good songs, and we'd tour around and play all the old hymns, folk style, and some of our original stuff, some of my wife's songs. And I mean, the number of songs we had that were 3 chords was ridiculous. I had a whole section of our playlist that was set up for when I broke out the banjo, because I had it tuned to an open G chord. So it's easiest to play in 3 chords, G, C, and D. Every now and then you throw in like an E minor. And I had a whole section of our playlist that was just those 3 chords, right? My wife could play pretty much those 3 chords and a couple others on the mandolin. And we break out the banjo and mandolin, and we could play for a half hour straight on 3 chords, man. That's all you really need. And you can play a lot of songs. And don't limit yourself to the stuff you personally like listening to. It's amazing how the songs you like listening to and the songs you like actually playing and singing can be completely different. I like rock and roll. I like heavy metal. I like a lot of heavier songs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I like. I like country and jazz and classical and all that stuff. But I've always really, really been focused on blues, metal, and hard rock. And, I find that stuff's fun, but the most fun stuff to play live for me was a lot of the folk songs. They're more, just for me, they were more fun to actually play and sing than to listen to, necessarily. Although people seem to like what we did. So I'd say pick up a guitar and a chord book and learn a couple chords and learn some of those folk songs. You'd be surprised how many of them you can play with just a handful of chords. And it's so much fun to sing them, to just sit around playing and singing. It brightens up your day, man. Especially when you feel really bad. When you're really feeling like crap, picking up a guitar or sitting at the piano and just playing a few songs can really brighten up your day. And we all know the last couple years have been particularly hard. I'm sure a few of you out there have either learned an instrument or gotten better at an instrument during quarantine. During the last 2 years when, especially last year when it was particularly hard to get out of the house and, everything was closed. I know I did. I got better. I got better at the guitar because I spent more time at home just playing. So hey, you guys, I don't know how well this video will do, because talking about this kind of thing isn't the catchiest thing in the world. But I certainly hope some of you out there take a little bit of advice and try an instrument. Pick something up, a guitar, a banjo, sit down at the piano. Like I said, you don't have to be good. You just have to be, you just have to learn just enough to sing some songs to yourself and maybe your family and friends if they want to listen. If they don't want to listen, man, sit in the back room and just play to yourself, man. It's fun, and it's fun learning. Don't forget that. It's fun getting there. It's fun learning it in the first place. Say, you guys have a great time. Learn an instrument. If you play an instrument, pick up a new one. Try something completely different. You play the guitar, pick up a horn or sit down at a piano. If whatever it is, try something new. It always expands your mind. It always trying something new, learning a new thing. It builds you. It makes you better. Nothing really improved me as a musician like learning a little bit of piano. And I'm not great at it, but I learned just a little bit. Just that much. Just enough to really expand my mind and to make me look at music differently. So learn an instrument, learn a new instrument, try something new, record yourself, put yourself on YouTube, be the next big star, or in the very least, learn a couple of your favorite songs to sing to yourself, because sometimes life sucks and it's fun to drink a beer and sing some songs. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.